Those of you who follow me on Facebook and those of you who follow me on like Twitter or read my blog, you know that my time in Paris is almost up. I go back to Texas on March 31st, and as excited as I am, I'm seriously going to miss this place. I've made so many great friends and had such fun here that it's really going to be a shame when I go back. And while I am excited to see my friends in Texas and my family in Texas, I'm really going to miss all the people I've met and the places I've been. And so I thought I'd make a video of all the things I'm going to miss and the things that I'm not going to miss about Paris, France. So, let it begin. Let's start with the things that I won't miss so we can end on a very positive note. Number 1. Not being able to understand a word anybody says. I never learned French, which was really a bad idea, and now I really wish I had learned it. And not only that, all of the English speakers are from different areas, and so there are a lot of accents I can't understand, at least not very well. And then I feel bad because I can't understand what they're saying, and then they feel bad because they think they're saying it wrong, and it's probably my fault in the first place. Another thing that I won't be missing about France is the weird guys. Like, I don't know if this is a big city thing or just a European thing. I don't know. But every time, it's just, you get hit on by the weirdest people around here. Maybe it's just me. We've discussed this and we think possibly my hair draws creepers because they think, oh, bright light, go for it. Purple hair, go for it. I don't know. But no, this happens every other day to me or one of the Australian girls or just anybody. The men are super forward, and that's one thing that I will not miss because it's only the creepers. Like, you can't get hit on by a sweet guy that's just kind of like, hey, you're pretty, can I take you out? You know, something like that. That's acceptable. Walking up and saying, who wants to go home with you tonight? No, that's not. Sorry. So guys, just don't. Another thing I won't miss. Crowded metros. I'm claustrophobic personally, and most of the time it's okay. Most of the time it's not that big of a deal. It's pretty okay. I can still breathe, but sometimes it gets so packed to the point where you're squished up against like 3 different people and you can't move, and someone's touching your butt and you don't know if that's their bag or their hand or what's going on. You can't breathe because somebody else's face is right there, and oh goodness, I will so be happy. That's the one thing. I love public transportation, don't get me wrong. I think it's the greatest idea ever, but I will not. I love the privacy that comes with owning a car, which brings us to another thing I won't miss, which is the lack of personal space. For the French, apparently their personal bubble is around their bodies. Like, they don't give hugs, stuff like that. Americans' personal bubbles are around their face. You don't get in my face. Like, I'm not trying to be rude, but it freaks me out. I don't like people being in my face. None of the Americans do. It's weird. So it takes a while, like when you have to do the bees, which is the kiss on each cheek. It's a little weird. Like, people are getting a little too close to your face, and you don't know what's going on, and it freaks you out. And it takes a while to get used to. And some of the people that you meet, they don't seem to have a sense of personal space when they're talking to you, so they get right up in your face to talk to you. Like, oh, hi, my name's Kirsten. And you slowly, like, you're stepping back. You step back until you basically hit a wall. Like, seriously, guys, we need our space. So all you French people out there, when you're talking to Americans, give them at least, like, a foot or so of space, at least, between your face and theirs when you're talking. The bees, you get used to that after a while. But, dude, when you're talking to me, please step back. Okay, so onward to the things that I will miss. My friends, obviously. I've made some really great friends that are from all over the world. Like Manny's from New York, Checho's from Colombia, Sylvia's from Spain, Regine and Emma are from Australia. Those are the people that I normally hang out with, but there are a lot of others. And it's so great to be in a city that so many people are attracted to. Like, there are people from all over the world that want to come to Paris, and that's just so great when you're here with all the different cultures that like to mix together, and getting to meet people from all over the world. Like, if I ever went to Colombia, I know I'd have someone that I knew and that would give me a place to stay. And if I ever went to Spain, same thing. New York, Australia, all those places, and they know that they have somewhere they can come if they're ever in America. Like, I think that's the coolest thing ever, to have friends that are all over the world. Because of the ease of travel and technology in our society, we're able to meet people from all over the world, and the world has gotten so small, and it's great. I love it because there's so many great people that I know now, and that's such a blessing. Public transportation. I love public transportation. I love that I have to pay as little as €2 or so just to get across the city, It's much more convenient than paying for gas, and I like that I walk places. There are ups and downs to public transportation, having to walk everywhere. Like, it takes forever to get somewhere, and tampon runs, I'm just saying, they're more awkward when you have to carry the tampons, especially when they have the see-through bags. Like, seriously, if I'm buying tampons, please give me a bag that is opaque. I think that's another thing I will miss is beer. I like beer. I'm not, don't get me wrong, I'm not one of those people that goes out and gets drunk all the time. I don't get drunk at all. Not only do I think that it's a bad idea, just altogether, but, guys, I freak out when I get laughing gas because I feel like I'm not in control of my body. I don't like it. It freaks me out. I'm certain I will never enjoy the sensation of being drunk. That's the worst idea ever. The thought of it terrifies me. Not gonna happen. So don't all freak out. But I do like beer. I just like it. Like, I think it tastes good. That's really it. Another thing I'll miss is just the historic aspect of Paris. And I love that here, like, I can go around and I can see something about the World Wars. I can see something about the 100-Year War between the English and the French. And I just think the history here is so ripe, and it's so great. That's all. I'm sure there's plenty of other things that I'm going to miss or not miss about Paris, but those are really the major things. And that's what I set out to tell you guys. Just the experience of living here has been great, and while it's incredibly culturally different and it was a challenge and continues to be a challenge, it's definitely worth it, and I'm glad to say that I lived in Paris. So yeah, that's all. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next week. Bye. I don't think I can do two at the same time. It's the best.